Today we're diving deep into some of the controversies surrounding Lisa from BlackPink.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, as you know, she's a member of this hugely popular K-pop group.
One of the biggest in the world.
Exactly. Yeah, they've achieved global stardom.
And with that comes a whole other level of scrutiny.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to look back at her career and unpack some of the more controversial moments.
Yeah, and what they say about the challenges of being a global artist these days.
Right.
Especially with the internet and how everything just blows up.
Yeah, so let's jump right in. Okay, so first up, we have the Crazy Horse Cabaret performance.
Oh, yeah, the one in Paris.
Paris, back in 2023.
That was a big one.
It was a really big one, yeah. For those who maybe don't know, Crazy Horse is
Like the most famous cabaret in the world, maybe.
probably, yeah. And it's known for its provocative shows.
Definitely on the risque side.
For sure, yeah. And so Lisa's decision to perform there.
A lot of people had something to say about that.
Oh, yeah, tons of debate, especially on Chinese social media.
Yeah, that was really interesting to see how differently it was received in different parts of the world.
Totally, yeah.
Like in France, it seemed like it was mostly seen as this like empowering thing.
Yeah, and celebrating like artistic expression.
Right, but in China, there was this huge backlash.
Big time.
A lot of fans felt like it went against Lisa's image.
And how they perceived her.
Exactly. Yeah, there were even calls to boycott those Chinese celebrities that went to the show.
Oh, wow, yeah, I remember that.
And there were rumors that Lisa's Weibo account got temporarily suspended.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, it was never officially confirmed,
Right.
but a lot of people think it had something to do with China's censorship policy.
All right, makes sense. Yeah, it just shows how different cultural norms can really affect how an artist is seen.
Absolutely.
And speaking of differing opinions, you had mentioned wanting to talk about the lip-syncing accusations.
Oh, yeah, those are pretty wild.
Right, so this was during her performances at the MTV Video Music Awards and Global Citizen Festival in 2024.
Yeah, a lot of people on social media were claiming her lips weren't matching the lyrics.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of those videos.
It definitely sparked a debate about what we consider a live performance these days.
Right, because nowadays it's so common for artists to use backing tracks.
Yeah, pre-recorded vocals, it's pretty much standard.
Even for those known for their live vocals.
Right, so it begs the question, are we being tricked or is it just a new kind of performance?
Yeah, are we evolving with the technology?
Exactly, and honestly, it makes you think, what do we even expect from a live performance anymore?
Right, that's a conversation we could probably have all day.
All day, yeah, for sure.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the plagiarism allegations surrounding the Rockstar music video.
Oh man, that was messy.
It was a whole thing, right? So this is where Gabriel Moses, the director of Travis Scott's FEN video,
Oh, right, yeah.
he came out and publicly accused Lisa's video of copying scenes from his work.
Yeah, he was not happy.
No. And he even said his own editor was approached to work on Lisa's video,
But turned it down.
but turned it down. And then he was like, look, they still use similar concepts.
Yeah, it gets kind of tricky because drawing inspiration from other works happens all the time in music videos.
Right, like homages and references and stuff.
Yeah, but this seemed to go beyond that for him.
I did, yeah.
It felt more like a direct ripoff.
Right, so it raises those questions about where do you draw the line between inspiration and plagiarism?
Yeah, and how do you protect your creative work?
And especially in a global industry, with different cultural norms and legal systems.
For sure. It's tough.
So next up, we have the controversy around the How You Like That video.
Oh, this one was from 2020, right?
Yeah, from back in 2020. And it was specifically about the scene with the Ganesha statue.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
So for those who don't know, Ganesha is a very important deity in Hinduism.
And the statue was placed on the floor near Lisa.
Right, which a lot of Indian fans found deeply offensive.
Yeah, in Hindu culture, placing a deity's image on the floor is considered a major sign of disrespect.
Absolutely, and so the backlash was swift.
And YG Entertainment, BlackPink's management company, they ended up editing the scene out.
Which shows how important it is for artists to be aware of and sensitive to different cultures.
Especially when you have a global fan base.
Exactly. And it actually reminds me of that other controversy from the same year involving the do-rag.
Oh, the one in the dance video, right.
Yeah, so Lisa was wearing something that resembled a do-rag.
And a lot of people saw it as cultural appropriation.
Right, because do-rags hold a specific cultural significance in Black communities.
Yeah, and it sparked a conversation about what's okay to borrow from other cultures.
Right, and when does it cross the line into appropriation?
But in this case, the video's director later clarified that it wasn't actually a do-rag.
It was more like a handkerchief or a scarf.
Right, but the fact that it was even mistaken for a do-rag just shows how careful artists need to be
Yeah, and their teams.
about those visual choices.
Because what might be totally innocent in one culture can be totally different in another.
Exactly. Context is everything.
It is. And, looking at all of these controversies,
It really makes you think about all the pressure that comes with being a global artist
it's not easy navigating those cultural differences,
and evolving expectations.
especially in today's world, where everything is so interconnected.
And everyone has a voice online.
Exactly. So it raises the question, how can artists balance staying true to their creative vision?
With being sensitive to all these different perspectives.
Right. It's a tough one, and there's no easy answer.
No, but it's something to think about, especially as consumers of global music and art.
Exactly. So what do you think? How do you navigate these challenges? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
And thanks for diving deep with us.
See you next time.
Bye.